right. So, since things in the in Eastern Europe have heated up a little bit, I decided to do a tech day on how that affects technology and how technology affects it. So, Russia has invaded Ukraine. It's been going on for about a week or two now. Um, so, the first big thing to come out of it, well, for consumers at least, is that Apple Pay doesn't work anymore in Russia. Since the banks and the US and all that are putting sanctions on Russia. And now Apple has denied access for Russia to any incoming iPhones. So Russia may not get that iPhone 14 this year. The bigger thing is the cyber warfare. Ukraine has some people that are basically blasting Russia's infrastructure and has shut down a lot of their services. Stuff like that's gone on. So yeah, technology is definitely involved in current warfare. All right. So any questions?
Is that it, Devin? Do you have any other examples?
Yeah.
Nothing about. I don't know. I thought there was let's see what else. Microsoft. Did you see Microsoft's role? They're stepping into an active participant in combating the hacker groups in Russia. They are actually getting security clearances from the Pentagon because they can react quicker than the government. They're sharing information. It's very interesting. This is blurring some lines. It's kind of, they're comparing it to, can you mute Devin?
Yeah.
They're comparing it to when Ford started making tanks for the government, Microsoft's role in this. So it's very, very interesting how lots of different technologies taking place and impacting this conflict. There's also a lot of donations. It's had a huge impact on cryptocurrency. The Ukraine is getting a lot of money from people donating all types of cryptocurrency, of course, Bitcoin and Ether, and I think they just started taking Polkadot and Tron. So, and a lot of businesses in the Ukraine are starting to accept cryptocurrency also. I know there was one guy that bought a car with Bitcoin to help leave the country. So it's impacting a lot of people, a lot of different ways, a lot of different hacker groups are taking place. There's a good subreddit on the subject, what you can do. It's, a smaller and smaller world that we live in, and even things that happen over there have a huge impact on our life over here, especially if you may not have a car and buy gas every day, but those gas prices are affecting the cost of shipping food from one place to another, and that of course makes the price you pay at restaurants and grocery stores go up. So we don't get a lot of our gas, 10%, I think, from Russia, but the rest of the world does, and it impacts the price of crude oil per barrel. And like I say, that just affects everybody's economy. So this is a terrible thing, and do a little research, see if there's anything y'all can do. There's all kinds of good sources out there, and there's probably a way y'all could send some cryptocurrency if you wanted to. So maybe Devin will teach us about cryptocurrency in the future so we can all pitch in. But Devin, if that's all you got, I guess I don't have anything else. I wasn't prepared. I just I wanted to make sure we covered a few things in this. But any questions? Anybody else heard any interesting stories? That doesn't even really have to be technology related. I know one of the Russian oligarchs had a yacht that had a Ukrainian chief engineer, and he sunk it. So lots of cool stuff happening like that. The human chain they formed on the road to block the Russians from coming to the Ukraine. There's just some incredible stories in this conflict. And with again technology like it is, we're getting more information, videos, just lots of data that in past conflicts it wasn't there. This is not the first time Russia did it, but we're finding out a lot more of what they're doing and what's going on just because of the level of technology involved today. So
didn't Elon Musk put the satellite over Ukraine so they could get internet?
he did Starlink. He's enabled Starlink satellite usage over there. So like I say, it's really really cool what all is happening and all the different just random areas that technology is involved in this conflict. From cell phones recording video and what's transpiring. YouTube. One of my favorite YouTube users is Crazy Russian Hacker, and YouTube I think has been blocked. That's going to impact his bottom line. And that's what some of the things is going to happen if the people over there in Russia that really don't have a dog in this fight, when the SWIFT network went down for them and the banks couldn't fulfill all the money requests. I really don't know how they're getting by with no access to the money to buy food and stuff like that. So, it's just encompassing in ways you just don't think about. And it's fascinating. It's just a terrible tragedy, though, to see all this in action. But anybody else have anything to offer or anything cool they've heard?
Oh, yeah. I will add one thing. Due to this modern world of it's best to now we're able to look at stuff like this from multiple angles to where for the Russian government, it's a lot harder for them to hide stuff from people. So it's best to get your information from multiple sources and from multiple perspectives as well.
Absolutely. There are some really good, low end, not rich, independent. You got to watch YouTube. There's some really good people that are broadcasting the news, and there are some crackpots that are broadcasting the news. I've seen one guy talking about they're using lightning strikes. I don't know, but it was like way out there. So always take it with a grain of salt. But I know there's a weatherman in Tennessee that has gone independent. He left his job at the news station, and he has a fantastic weather channel on YouTube. And like I said, there's a couple of news guys I follow on there that they just do a great job. It's a new medium, and it allows them to work differently and independently, but they're also not as regulated, not going through the FCC and stuff. So sometimes there's just absolute nutcases doing this. Anybody with a phone can become a YouTuber. So just always take it with a grain of salt. But like Tyler said, there are so many sources, official sources, legit sources. And they all have their own political slants, whether you listen to CNN, Fox News, NBC, whatever. But try to broaden your horizons and listen to multiple sources and form your own opinions. The access we have now is just something that could only be dreamed of even a decade ago.
It's time for your 7th period class.
All right. And with God dismissing us to 7th period, if y'all have any questions, I'll go ahead and let y'all go. I really appreciate y'all taking the time. It's always good to get together with y'all in a group setting. If y'all need anything before next Tuesday, just reach out and grab us, okay?
All righty. Y'all have a good one too.
All right, bye-bye.